and in today's video I'll be talking about a coordinate system that you should be very careful of using, especially when you're doing measurements and especially when you're going online. It looks good but can do some serious damage if you are not careful. Let's get going. All right, here I am back in the office and I'm going to be talking about a projected coordinate system within ArcGIS Pro that, if you are not careful, will wreak havoc with at least your measurements and probably your calculations if you are not careful with it. And that projected coordinate system is the web projected coordinate system. Here we go. All right, here we are in ArcGIS Pro with the same project that I've been working on in previous videos. I left the link up here, not sure which side, for you to click on if you'd like to see those videos. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the coordinate system of my map. And it's easy, you double click on the map, check the map properties, and I am in NAD 83 UTM Zone 12. Now, this is not the coordinate system, projected coordinate system, that's a problem. So I'm going to cancel out of here because if I say OK, it'll apply it. To show you the problem, first I'm going to create a feature data set with this coordinate system. Then I'm going to create two features, a polygon and a line, and I'm going to show you something very interesting when we go to that other coordinate system. So now I've created two features within my feature data set, and I'm going to do some digitizing. Now I've got two objects digitized within my features in the geodatabase. And one of the most beautiful things about features within the geodatabase is that there are several attributes that have already been calculated for me. So we're going to check out the line feature by opening up the attribute table by right-clicking on it and clicking on attribute table. Bring this down a bit. And what we see is that this line here has a length of 292.8 meters. Now, I'm going to check that manually using the measure tool within ArcGIS Pro. You go up to the map ribbon, which I'm already there, and then you click on measure, and it's in metric because I'm metric. Click on the measure distance, and luckily the snapping is on, so I go from end to end of my line segment, and lo and behold, the distance is 292.08 meters. Calculations also occur with the polygons, so I'm going to right-click on the well pads, open up the attribute table. There are now two calculated attributes, that being length and shape area. That's perimeter length and the shape area. I'm interested in the shape area, so we come back up to measure distance. I'm going to click on measure area, and go from point to point to point to point. Oop, I'm going to double click to end it, and there we go. By manual measurements, it's 5,068.29 square meters, and within the geodatabase attribute table, it says 5,068.288494 square meters. Perfect. That's what I want to see. However, this is where the problematic projection system comes in. So I'm going to close down all of my attribute table stuffs here, and I'm going to zoom to the full extent of my area. And then I'm going to change coordinate system to the one you really have to be careful about. And that is Web Mercator. Now, before I do that, actually, notice the shape of my features within my map, especially my main raster here. It's nice and square. Remember that. So I'm going to double click on the map, go to coordinate system, and then choose WGS 1984 Web Mercator and say OK. Now, I zoomed in a bit, or appear to have zoomed in a bit. I'm just going to zoom to this raster layer, and I'll say there's not much visual difference between the last coordinate system I was on, which was NAD 83 Zone 12, and the Web Mercator. Now, that doesn't happen for every map, but it certainly happens for this one. So now I'm going to show you the problem with Web Mercator. I'm going to zoom in on my two features that I just created, and I'm going to open up their attribute tables once again. So open up the road attribute table and the well pad attribute table. Bring this down. And now I'm going to do a measurement on the road first. So I'm going to click there from end to end, and we have a problem. Another great thing within ArcGIS Pro is that it keeps the last measurements that you've made until you erase them. So we're able to see that my first manual measurement, 292, matches the attribute table within the feature within the geodatabase is 292.08 meters. But my new measurement in Web Mercator is now 534.9 meters. Ouch. Now let's see about area measurements. So I click on area, I go over to the corners of my well pads, and what do we see? Again, because my last measurement is kept within ArcGIS Pro, we see that when I was in NAT 83 zone 12, I measured 5,068 meters squared, just like it says within my attribute table of my feature within the geodatabase. But when I measure in Web Mercator, it's now 17,000 square meters. Esri's full of smart people, so I am absolutely sure that within the documentation of the web projection, it says to be careful with the web projection. I learned the hard way, so hopefully you don't have to learn the hard way. There are some great uses for the Web Mercator coordinate system. Just be very careful when doing measurements or calculations when you are using this coordinate system. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, add me to your LinkedIn, or even better, share my videos through your networks. Till next time, I'm Dr. Chris. Keep rocking.